Hi, I'm Mike O'Neill. I'm the host of the Integrated Alliances Show. We're on the social media channel. The Social Media Connection Group is what we're part of. And I have today Dan Ryan. Dan, thanks for joining my show. Dan is with the Human Capital Group. And I'll tell you, the whole industry around LinkedIn, my main expertise is full of human capital issues. And what I run into very often are those tough little nuggets. Let's discuss a tough nugget. It's perhaps a skill set, or it's a background or something that's kind of hard to find in the first place. So when it's hard to find, where do we go first for hard to find stuff?
Well, if I'm using LinkedIn, and again, I've been using LinkedIn as a tool in the search world for a number of years, the keyword search is a great place to start. I look at it, it's like a funnel. And as you're going through the funnel, things become more and more narrow. But if I'm looking for a certain type of skill, a knowledge, an attribute, if I'm looking for that in a certain geography, I'm looking for it in a certain industry, I'm going to start with the keyword field first. I'll probably start with too many people to look at, then I'm going to decide what's the next most important criteria. Do they need to come from a certain organization? Do they need to come from a certain geography? The thing is, I've got to understand what are my client's requirements, what is my client really looking for. Once I know that, then my ability to search using LinkedIn is very good, because I can start to kind of narrow down from the trivial many to the vital few. Because in what we do in executive search, our job is to help our clients have the best human capital assets, and it's our job at Human Capital Group to use the knowledge and expertise and even the cultural underpinnings of the organization to help them find that best fit. That's where we bring value.
I sympathize with that. That's a hard job. Recruiting's got to be especially hard now, isn't it?
Well, it can be, but especially in the executive search world, we see ourselves as partners to organizations and not just an appendage that's been added on for one or two jobs. So many of our for example, we keep metrics of everything that we do. And every search that we do, every leadership consulting job that we do, we get metrics back from the client. 93% of our clients tell us that they would use our services again. And I think the best statement you can have about the work that you're doing is what your clients say about future work. If you've done good work in the past, then certainly having them want to bring you back is exactly where you want to be.
Well, I want to ask a pointed question. I like pointed questions. How's this? Let's say that they need someone in Poughkeepsie or Chattanooga. How do you whittle that one down?
Well, what you've got to do, certainly LinkedIn is a great tool, because with a network of 35 million, many of whom are already my best friends, and many of them are going to be my best friends, they just don't know it yet, it allows me to seek them out, to find them, and to let them know about opportunity. And really, as a search consultant, my job is to present information and let people make decisions. Because I can't make somebody decide that they want to go to Poughkeepsie or to Pocatello or even to Peoria. And I have done work in Peoria. But the whole point of the process is knowing what the client wants, understanding what the client is like culturally, and then going out and finding the best fit. And in fact, in our searches, we bring back 3 to 4 at least in every search that meet what the client is looking for.
Let me throw an Integrated Alliances tip in there, because you inspire me. You inspire me. I'll go to the zip code tool. You familiar with the zip code tool?
I know it well.
And you click on the zip code tool and you put in Poughkeepsie, and it comes back with 14 pages of zip codes for Poughkeepsie. How do you know which one to do?
Well, one of the things I'll do is I may start out with that broad Poughkeepsie zip code, but there are going to be other differentiating factors I'm going to use. Certainly I may start out with 1,000, but that search tool on LinkedIn allows me to really narrow that focus down. But if you have other zip code ideas, I'm always learning, because the thing that makes LinkedIn so powerful, there's just so much out there, and I learn as much from my friends and resources like you as I learn on my own.
I advise people, how's this? Pick the first one and move on. Just pick the first one and move on. I can't deal with the whole great big pages of stuff, and frankly, life's a little short. And I can vary that circle from 10 miles to 25 miles up to 100 miles based around that. And if I don't get what I want, I'll go to the bottom of the list. But I have to arbitrarily pick that out. It's not worth my time to figure that out. Now, maybe you got more time, Dan. And sometimes, you make a lot of money when you do these, don't you?
Well, I think that we are a very value-based organization, and certainly we're rewarded well, but I think we do good work. And when we bring a candidate to a client and that person comes on board, we guarantee that person for 1 year.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Dan, for being part of my show. This is Mike O'Neill. I'm the host of the Integrated Alliances Show. This is the Social Media Connection Group full of great people. Watch the other shows as well. I look forward to bringing you the next show.